Hey, I'm Bobby Klink, founder of Your Online Genius. I'm really excited to announce the launch of Your Online Genius, and I wanted to share a little bit about me and the company and what it's all about and what you'll find on this Facebook page and what my ideas and my goals are. By training, I'm an intellectual property lawyer. I've spent my career working with individual clients, handling matters for them. And in that process, I kept coming across a problem. And the problem was that I saw a lot of entrepreneurs who had made mistakes early on before they could afford someone like me or really any lawyer. They had made some fundamental errors, and I kept seeing how those came to just blow up or cause huge problems 5 years later, a decade later, way too late. And it was a problem. I said, hey, there's got to be a way to fix this. But the problem was I was thinking like a lawyer at the time. And I was thinking like a lawyer. I said, well, okay, well, how are they going to pay me? They don't have money to pay me, so I couldn't figure it out. So I spent a lot of time just kind of saying, well, it sucks. Too bad, but it sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, about 3.5 years ago, I launched my own firm. And in the process, I started to find myself trying to figure out problems in other areas too. For example, I was trying to figure out how to market my own business. I wanted to have a website. I wanted to have an advertising budget. I wanted to have all of that. And I started by saying, well, let me hire professionals. Well, problem was they charged too much. They wanted $5,000 for a website or $1,000 or more dollars a month just to manage the advertising, forget the actual ad spend. So I said, I can't do that. And so I did what any good entrepreneur would do. I said, well, let me figure it out myself. And I have to admit, I screwed up in a lot of ways to start with. Can't even name them all. But I learned. And eventually what I discovered is I found my way into the way that you can do it yourself. And that's you have to find a place where they provide you the resources in an organized way. Not just give you some information and expect you to figure it out, but they provide a framework and some general ways of doing it. It generally comes in the form of, what every entrepreneur, online entrepreneur knows as inbound marketing. You have some blog posts, you have some other information coming out for free, and then there are paid resources which put a frame around it and help people to understand. And I did that and I got pretty proficient at these things. I know all about lead magnets, all about content strategy, all about Facebook advertising, all about all of these different things. And I learned it through these courses and other resources. And at some point, that gave me a light bulb. I'm embarrassed to admit how long it took me to have that light bulb, but it finally gave me a light bulb. It said, wait a minute, why can't I do the same thing with intellectual property issues for entrepreneurs? I can create courses and resource and template forms and all of these things that can help online entrepreneurs who can't afford me or really any other attorney to do it themselves. And I'm a big proponent of not letting the perfect be the enemy of the good, that I'd rather have you take action even if imperfect than to do nothing because you're like, well, I can't afford a lawyer. So that's where this started. Originally, I was going to just do this under my own firm. I have a law firm called Klink LLC where I serve clients, and that was my plan. I was going to do it there. And I'll be honest with you, other lawyers thought I was nuts. They said, well, you can't help people. What are you talking about? You have to charge them. That was their mindset. That's their thinking. But I said, nah, I'm going to figure it out. And so I started about 6 to 8 months ago, really going on a quest. I'd done some work before then. I'd written a book called the Entrepreneur's IP Planning Playbook. And I was putting out information through a blog and through other social media and resources like that. But the fact was that I didn't have anything comprehensive. And I knew I needed to provide that. And so about 6 to 8 months ago, I got serious. And I said, look, if I'm going to do this, I have to carve time out for actually creating this stuff. And so I kind of stopped actively marketing for my actual law firm, saying I need to create some time. So I did. I'm now to the point that I've decided I'm launching it under its own brand. I've got a different company. Trademark is being filed as we speak. And I just said it makes more sense to have it under this different brand of Your Online Genius. So that's what I'm doing. I'm launching this brand, Your Online Genius, as a company whose goal is to help online entrepreneurs do it themselves. and to help them solve their problems before they have a problem with the law. And to do it through a mix of free resources, freemium resources, and then paid courses and forms that they can purchase to get the actual work done that they need to get done without having to pay someone like me the fees that I charge. Because let's be honest, you can't afford me. I can't afford me, honestly. I literally could not afford to hire myself as a lawyer if I had to pay my hourly rates. And that's a problem. And so this business is meant to solve that. Here on this Facebook page, you're going to find a lot of resources. I'm going to link to blog posts that I put out on the website. I'm also going to, starting the week of September, I think it's 18th, but the week that has that in it, I'm going to start doing Facebook Lives on a daily basis during the week, short 5-minute type of things where I'm going to give quick tips. The first week, I envision walking through the different kinds of intellectual property, giving just a very quick overview. It's not going to be in depth. You're not going to be an expert, but you'll have a little bit of information. And then starting after that, the next week, I'll just start with things that are I believe are relevant, and I'm going to provide that information to you. I invite you on this webpage to provide comments, whether it's in response to videos or otherwise, and tell me what questions can I answer for you, because that's what I want to do. I want to be a resource that provides the information that online entrepreneurs need. And I think the best way to do that is to get some feedback from you. So that's what you can expect. I'm going to be launching a paid course in a couple of months. We're going to be there pretty soon. We're working on it. Going to be working with some beta testers to make sure that it's a really good, high-quality course. But until then, everything's pretty much free. On my website, which is youronlinegenius.com, you can get access to a free course, which is the 5 mistakes that I see most that can really doom your business. And that'll give you a start and get you thinking if you're interested. But I hope you'll be here and be active and provide feedback so that I can provide the most value to you. So that's what the business is all about. That's what this page is all about. And until next time, I hope you'll start taking action and start thinking about these issues to make sure that your business is on a footing to excel and not to fall victim to a lot of the mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making.